Alright, so, bows and bow ties. Yeah, I'm still having this issue with my phone. I don't know, I'm having so many issues with my phone, and I haven't even had a chance. My iPhone 15 just came in, and I still haven't had a chance to unbox it. It's been on my counter for like 3 days. So look, we're gonna go with it. So, I just want to talk about a couple things. Let's talk about how I feel like people will get out there and talk about, oh, we gotta do good for the community and all this other stuff, right? And they'll be the first ones trying to like get you. Like, you can get got by your own people. Now, I am not saying that he did this, but I'm thinking about like DJ Envy and this whole real estate scam situation. Right now he is proclaiming his innocence, so everything that I'm saying is alleged. But it's like the guy, Senior, or whatever his name is, his partner, was like scamming people out of money. And like, this is who you were aligned to. I mean, at some point you have to be made aware of something. I think the thing that just irks me is just like how people can just be so cruel. You know, when you think about, now he's not part of my community, but like I think about like the Brett Favre situation. Allegedly, you know, he helped to scam from the was it the TNF? allegedly, he scammed what is it, the something, I can't even remember what it's from, but it's for like people who are underserved in Mississippi. He scammed like $5 million for his daughter's volleyball team or something like that. I just think about like, you are worth millions. And sorry, my eyes are watery and oh gosh. You scammed millions out of these poor people. Like Mississippi, I think it's like the poorest state. If it's not the poorest state, it's like the second poorest state. It's either, I believe Mississippi is the poorest state, with Alabama not far behind it. I gotta double check my facts. It's been a while since I've checked. But I'm like, how do you take money from people who need it the most? It's like, is there no end to your greed? So I'm not saying DJ Envy scams, let me be clear, but it sure doesn't look good. You know, I think about how when I look at Baltimore, you know, the dumpster fire, and like how you had, was it P-U-G-H? I believe she was the one that took those little kids, like, it's like money for these children's books, or I forgot what it was, but somehow she scammed them out of money for these children's books, served her stint in jail. Like, there's just so much going on. The police department sucks. Like, everything about Baltimore sucks. The corrupt politicians at the lower level, any level basically. And I'm just kind of like, you have to just be a complete douchebag to, and I know I'm looking at this very pie in the sky, very green, you know, very altruistic, like, you know, wanting to do good. But I'm just kind of like, I feel like maybe it's because I haven't been, you know, intimately touched by the corruption, at least not knowingly, let me say that, right? You know, I'm just kind of like, is there no end? Now, where am I going with this? I'm thinking about like all of these situations. You've got what's going on in Israel and Palestine, or the people of Palestine. You know, it's such a tough thing. You know, on the one hand, you look at the history behind the land and who's there and this, that, and the other, but in the same token, you look at these camps, and I'm like, I don't believe anyone is humane in this world. I feel like everybody is just one big douche. And as much as we're not supposed to talk about like the Jewish population or whatever it is, I'm just gonna say what I have to say. You know, I don't care what your ethnic makeup is or whatever it is. I believe any and everyone can be a douchebag. I don't, what's going on that side of the world, and it's tough because the history is so deep. I mean, the Jews were treated a certain kind of way, but but you got the Christians and the Muslims being treated a certain kind of way in those camps, and it's just ugly. And the reason why I wanted to bring up these few talking points was, I didn't deep dive, I didn't say anything too crazy, is it goes back to what I think I said the other day. When you got people who are stealing, or you got the conflict going on over there, which is kind of heartbreaking, and the black community still wants to talk about Jada. That's what we're doing. You've got black men out here who are butthurt and don't know how to think bigger than what it is. They want to vilify a woman when this man that she was married to was a participant, and he likes it. He likes it. They're not getting divorced. I'm just kind of like, why do you care more than the people who are in it? Like, just get out of their business. Like, who cares? We would rather talk about that than the fact that the children in Baltimore are dumb. And it's not because of capability. It's environment. It's role models. It's access. It's everything. Some of it's just a willful disobedience and not wanting to do better. But I look at these kids, and I'm like, Baltimore is creating a bunch of dum-dums. You're creating a bunch of criminals, and do I think that the people of Baltimore are criminals? No. Let's be clear. But, where there's poverty, there is crime. Okay. And so, I don't know. I just feel like we would rather spend so much time talking about Will and Jada Smith than the fact that there's so many people trying to scam the public out of their money. That there's the Hamas, the Israel-Palestine conflict, perhaps instigated by the Hamas. I don't know for sure. We've got dum-dums in Baltimore. There's so much going on, You've got people like Brett Favre stealing from the people in Mississippi, allegedly. But no, the black community continues to talk about some of this stupidest stuff. We just want to sit there and talk about Jada all day. We are fascinated by Jada, and all these people saying they don't care. But here I am talking about it. But it's just like, they want to dissect everything she says. And I feel like, let this woman live. The difference between her and Will is she probably was like, I can't take it anymore. And she was really verbal about it. Not the way I would go, because, especially if we have children. He's kind of, to me, I see him as like a coward. So he's allowing himself to be emasculated, but I just think he's a coward. He should, be dead in that stuff. I don't know. But yeah, that's the black community. You got stuff going on. You got Africa kicking people out, out of the country, out of their countries, and, trying to put new requirements on acquiring their resources. But the blacks, all we want to talk about is freaking Will and Jada. This is the reason why when you search black YouTube, we talk about the same kind of topics. We either have to talk about hair, beauty, or we have to talk about something in relation to the gender war. I'm just like, I'm tired of hearing about manosphere this and the modern women. Like, you guys need to get off these podcasts. All right. Let me know your thoughts, because that's just where I'm at with it. And I don't know why every time I wake up in the morning, why do I have to be like this? Like, why do I have to look like I'm always crying all the time and sniffling and my eyes are watery, and this is just getting out of hand. But yeah, our people are so freaking stupid.